Well, guys, if I could tell you that karma feels good, I could only imagine what it feels like for some of the developers and staff who had to work under this shill known as J. Allen Brack, who lied through his teeth on several occasions and failed horrendously to address some of the key issues at Blizzard Entertainment. Guys, I just want to say that I wish the developers and the core staff at Blizzard, the people who actually work there, the very, very best. I worked in a tech company that was abusive and worked its employees to death and didn't give two shits about them. I left that company after a long time trying to make things work, and I know exactly the feeling when you're working for a place that doesn't care about you. So I can tell you that I do have a slight personal connection to this update, but what I can tell you is that I knew this company was trash for over 10 years now because I saw it in the Diablo 3 development team. And look what they did. Not only did Diablo 3 come out with a much more limited scale in terms of like innovation, like what they were doing, you then saw that the guys who took over that project really just were wanting to capitalize on the mobile market this whole fucking time. Blizzard didn't care about making a proper action RPG for PC players, for dedicated players. They cared about making something that could convert to mobile, what we call Diablo Immortal. Now, I play mobile games, you guys know that, but there's a point I'm trying to make here. You're talking about legacy. You're talking about the history. You're talking about the lineage. And Diablo 2 Resurrected, while it's great in principle and looks to be pretty darn authentic and represents the old game very well, came out very late. This should have been out 5, 6, 7 years ago. When people were talking like, where's that old experience? When they screwed up Warcraft. When they screwed up Warcraft so bad, a part of me then realizes, well, they probably would have screwed up Diablo 2 unless they had gotten that backlash from Warcraft. And it's like, well, maybe now they're going to start focusing on their lineage again. What made Blizzard Blizzard? Chasing the Chinese mobile market. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's not where this company came from. I understand growth and globalization are inevitable for a company that's on the stock market. Of course it is. The Activision Blizzard, duh. But the amount of bullshit was only inevitable. I saw this company for what it was a long time ago. I made several rants, but just about Diablo 3. But you see how that toxicity was going to all of the lead devs and lead managers. It's this bullshit mentality that there's this corporate model that rules over everything else, and innovation and originality. Not even just that, but honoring your past. Like Blizzard is trying to destroy itself and become this like multinational mobile like giant Chinese market, like Tencent. They're trying to become Tencent, and if people see that, because Tencent is one of the most they might be the most profitable game publisher on the planet today, but they're in the top 2. I mean, they're humongous, and they're taking over. Blizzard is trying to become Tencent of the West. That's what they're trying to do, and what was Blizzard is no longer Blizzard, and we know that from teams like Diablo, like Blizzard North having been disbanded, and they went on to Torchlight and Runic and other stuff. And then, that goes on. And you have the, classic teams for the World of Warcraft. And there was, like, people leaving for, tenured staff leaving, even when projects were popular. I mean, this happens at companies. But the point is, Blizzard has everything to lose by not honoring its past. By going to China and the mobile market, which is not what they were built on. And They need to sell on day one. As of this recording, we're again in August of 2021, Blizzard does not make free-to-play games, really. at this point, Diablo Immortal is a free-to-play game. And the mobile market is starting with Diablo, which really annoys the hell out of me because Diablo is not designed for mobile at its heart. I mean, having a supplemental Diablo game on the go, there's actually nothing wrong with that, but don't call it Diablo. This should be like Diablo dungeon runs or something, or explorers. Make it legitimately not a Diablo game. Like Diablo in name only, which is kind of what I feel about these games, but like that's it, man. This has happened to all of the Blizzard titles. World of Warcraft, how many versions have pissed off the classic fans? How many times has Blizzard upset its fans? They don't care about the fans. They care about the new market that is over in China. They care about the new mobile market, the growing mobile market that is taking over gaming. We have to be realistic here. Gen Zers, they like mobile games. They don't play consoles nearly as much as they play mobile games. Mobile games are king. We all know this. So, it sucks that, first of all, Blizzard takes old titles and tries to put them in new markets, and then they release remasters that are half-assed at best. Instead of making new titles, if they want to make mobile games, make them new. Make new mobile games. You had Heroes of the Storm, which was a humongous flop, right? That didn't last, what did that last, 2 years? And, of course, Warcraft was a disaster. And Diablo 2 Resurrected appears to be the first good release from this company in a very long time. Because it's Diablo 2. Because it's a game that this Blizzard didn't make. They could only remaster it. And that, to me, proves that new projects at this company are doomed to fail because they are only looking at the markets. They are not looking at the passion anymore. And this is just a clear example of, the old method was just simply being ignored and not working. The toxicity has reached a breaking point, and the management is horrendous, and we know this from the damn scandal going on. And this day is finally here. It's actually happening.